Hey, it's Dan. We've got a good one for you today. This is iAllegedly. And I'm at Crescent Bay in Laguna Beach right now. Gonna walk down to the protected tide pools and small beach. It's absolutely beautiful down here. But there's just so much to talk about with the economy right now and with all the warnings that we're getting from all the different professionals in the investment community. And you guys get to make up your own minds on what to do. But I'm going to share all these with you. And check this place out. It's just absolutely beautiful. Got the staircase. And again, it's a good one. So please do not forget to hit the like button. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. The bell notification lets you know of everything that we're doing. Plus, we've got hundreds of videos now, and they cover everything in the economy. Check those out when you get a chance. But let's get into it. This economy right now is so precarious, and it is so chaos-filled on just a continual daily basis. And when you see something like this, you've got to heed the warnings and make up your own mind on what to do. And when you see, when you see a place like this, first of all, I really don't come down to this place enough. This place is absolutely stunning. Absolutely unbelievable. But here's what we're seeing. We are seeing a Fed that is inactive, that is not doing anything. But we are seeing something that is happening with the markets that is absolutely fake. And what I mean by that is the plunge protection team is buying stocks. They're buying bonds. They're buying into this market right now like we've never seen them before. We have seen days where the pre-market numbers are negative 400 and 500 points, and by the morning you wake up and the market is plus. It's absolute chaos. Now, here's the thing. You have to make up your own mind on if this is real or if this is not. And again, all these warnings that are around you are something that you need to seriously take a look at. Okay? Now, what I mean by that is, we're going to use, personal analogy. If you were sick, if you had some type of serious health ailment, you were diagnosed with a neurological disease, cancer, diabetes, something like that, okay? Arthritis, let's use that, okay? Well, no one's gonna sit there and go, I'm gonna wing it. I'm just gonna do this on my own and try to figure it out. Now, you may do that, okay? But it's insane to do that. You should get some serious medical advice. And I'm the type of person that, my thing is get the best person you can afford. Get the best person your insurance has, ask questions, demand to see a specialist. But people don't want to do this with their own finances. It's absolutely crazy right now that you'll just let things, hey, we'll see how it works out. Really? Okay? I'm going to give you a few examples of where this is leading people down a very, very negative path right now. And first things first, let's talk about those PPP loans. I get people that write me all the time and say, hey, trying to get my PPP loan forgiven, and I'm filling out the paperwork myself. Now, at first I was like, hey, I don't know how to do this. I'm not a financial advisor. Talk to your accountant. And then I started asking more questions of these people. How foolish are these people that they would call and write some guy on the internet and just say, hey, I borrowed $48,000, and if I don't fill out this one-page form right, I'm going to owe $48,000. If I fill it out correctly and answer the questions correctly, I get the loan forgiven. Okay? How stupid is that? Now, again, talking to my accountant, what would you charge to fill this out? Dan, come on. My involvement with my accountant is probably different than most people because I call and ask questions about the channel. I ask questions about clients. I ask questions all the time. But again, it would be inexpensive to do this. Now think about it. If you had a potential $48,000 loss, wouldn't you call an expert and sit there and say, hey, how do I fill this out? Can you do it for me so it's done properly? Now, I love my accountant. He watches the channel. He's an accounting nerd. This guy is an accountant's accountant. He loves numbers. He loves being an accountant. Isn't that the guy you want advice from? Okay, that's how I get my advice from. And again, if you were sick, okay, and you had cancer or arthritis or diabetes or anything serious, you're going to take care of that on your own and not get an expert involved. I'm trying to avoid the water here, guys. You know what I mean? How stupid is that? Now, with everything that we're seeing right now in the stock market and in the marketplace, you can do whatever you want to do right now, but this is chaos. It's warning after warning after warning after warning. Robert Kiyosaki has issued a warning. He's concerned about the stock market. He's concerned about the real estate market. Now, guys like Mannarino say, hey, don't listen to Robert Kiyosaki because he's not invested in the market. But here's a guy that knows real estate. And here's the other thing is, I always listen to wealthy people, okay? How'd you get wealthy? That's what I want to know. And Robert Kiyosaki's reputation with Rich Dad, Poor Dad is second to none, okay? Then there's Ray Dalio from Bridgewater. Ray comes out and says, hey, with all the geopolitical problems, with the potential for war, with the potential for everything that's going on in the economy, I see a real problem right now, okay? Well, again, you can take that seriously or you don't take it seriously. It's that simple. Now, does that mean it's going to crash? We're going to sit in this rock for a second. Does that mean it's going to crash, 5 minutes from now? No, it does not mean that. But what it does mean is that trouble is coming, okay? Definitely is coming. Now, you've got to be ready for this stuff, guys. You have to make up your own mind and determine if this stuff is, if you're serious about this, or if you think that it's something that you shouldn't heed the advice on, okay? Peter Schiff, there's another one. Peter Schiff is talking about, how he sees real problems, but, Peter Schiff's always Mr. Gold and is interested in the metals, And then, again, I could go on and list everybody, Bill Ackman, everybody else, but Bill's got a huge short position right now. I thought Meet Kevin was going to be the person that was going to have some serious advice and that people should follow because he sold all his stock last week. And then literally Meet Kevin, he's so brilliant, he's made so much money, but it's also like, he's like the stock junkie that couldn't get out of his own way and he had to get back in right away. So here he was in this total cash position, and then literally, I don't even think it was 48 hours and he was buying back in. So he took some heat from people, but again, the guy's a multi-millionaire. I don't think I'll ever have that much money, but that guy, come on, you get to a certain point that he would have had all the credibility in the world if he would have just set out for, a month. Okay, now, with everything that's happening right now, and the stock market up, the stock market down, we were told today that GDP numbers were the best that they've been in 20 years. Everything's great. Do you believe that? Do you absolutely believe that things are good right now? Because I do not, okay? Durable goods orders, those are off a little bit. Yeah, you bet they are. Now, I'll give you an example. I went to Walmart today and had a friend that said, hey, can you meet me at Walmart? I need to pick something up. So, okay, no problem. I can do it. I can be there at 11:20. Met at 11:20, and the Walmart, particular Walmart, didn't have what she was looking for, so we had to go to another Walmart. Okay, but walking through the Walmart, get a hold of the manager, start talking to the manager. Hey, is it busier now than it was before? No, it's been much busier before. Do you see any problems getting product in? Yes, seeing problems getting product in. So the supply chain, that's not an issue, is an issue. Okay, end up going to another Walmart in Irvine, and that manager, get a hold of him and start asking questions. And just so happened that I was in front of the workout clothes, the men's clothes, waiting for someone, and I'm looking at the shirts, and I'm like, wow, these are really cheap, $7 for one of these shirts. And he's like, if you're interested in those, I would get those. I have no idea when I'm getting that stuff in. I go, it seems kind of early in the season to get this stuff in. Oh yeah, we just don't know when we're going to get stuff back. So if you want these shorts, if you want those workout shirts, you should buy all that stuff right now. Wow, so I did, okay? But again, guys, everything's perfect. There's nothing to worry about. Now, again, make up your own mind. Make up your own, make your own decisions with all this stuff. But again, if you were sick, okay, with my medical background, as limited as it is, I'm not a doctor, I'm a marketer. I put medical technology together with money and people to get a strategic partner. You develop something and you need manufacturing, I'm the guy. I can help you with all that stuff. But all my background and everything that I've done in the past and everything I can do is great, but I would still ask questions. But as far as your own money, okay, you won't ask questions about that. You won't go to people and just seek advice. Now, my bail-in video from last weekend, I get more email from that right now than I do anything else. All you have to do, if you're curious about this, look what your bank is selling right now. Are they selling bonds? Are they selling notes? Is there some type of security that your bank is selling? All you have to do is search for that, the bank around the country, around the world, and search for it and look for it, and then look for the documents that they have to give you, which are all the disclaimers and all the security documents, and look for the term bail-in. Just search for it, see if it's in there, because people are flipping out right now because it's all over the place. So they're checking this out, and they need to be informed, and they're asking the bank these questions. But again, get professional help from people. Ask questions. It's the least you can do for your own peace of mind to make sure that you're going to be okay. And again, make your own decision. If I'm going to ride this out, Dan, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, but if you don't think that this could get much, much worse, you're kidding yourself. Okay? Hey, my cancer is going to get better, Dan, because I'm going to will it away. Okay, good for you. Okay, it may happen. Okay. But you're going to sit there and tell me that you're not going to talk to the best doctor you could find. And again, if you ever are in a medical situation and you're not happy with the medical care, get somebody else's opinion, okay? You'll complain about your food at a restaurant. You'll complain to the waitress about her service. You won't complain about a doctor? You're kidding, okay? Come on, guys. Okay, it's your life that you're dealing with. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. Really want to know what you guys think about all this. Again, you have the right answers, okay? You don't let some guy on the internet, YouTube, tell you what to do. Just search and be comfortable with whatever your decision is. And if you do that, you made the right decision, okay? And you can live with that, okay? Same thing. Think about this. If you were going to try anything, you'd get an expert opinion on it. You're foolish not to. I get people that, I'm going to go on the keto diet. Okay, you familiar with that? No, just going to go do it because I know so many people lost weight with it. Okay. It was a diet designed for kids with ADHD originally, and I've spoke to a lot of doctors about it, and it's not for everybody, okay? But people go out and do that, and they eat their way through it and think that they're doing good for their body, and it's hurting themselves in the long run. And again, the keto diet has been very good for a lot of people, but get some serious advice on whatever you do financially, okay? Ask questions, okay? A lot of people answer them for free. I love filming down here in Laguna Beach. There's so many beaches that are like this, that are just complete little private enclaves that you just cannot get enough of, and unlike anything you've ever seen. Now, the cool thing about this city is the crazy thing about this city. It's a big art city. They've got a thing called the Sawdust Festival, Pageant of the Masters, all these cool things like that. But this city has certain warnings that you wouldn't believe. First of all, this is one of the only non-smoking cities in the country. You can't smoke here in the city, okay? The other thing is that you cannot have plastic utensils, plastic knives, plastic forks, plastic spoons, things like that in the beach. No plastic straws, okay? Plus, you're not allowed to have loud cars. Now, here's the crazy thing. Driving down here today, they now have one of those electronic signs, like you saw in Costa Mesa, a couple weeks ago about the catalytic converter thefts. This city put up this, which was a big warning about, hey, no plastic spoons, no smoking. That's crazy, guys. So again, trying not to get hit by the wave. So much is happening right now. Now, speaking of the stock market, one thing that's absolutely entertaining is that Robinhood. One day we hear that Robinhood is in financial disarray, and Robinhood has petitioned the SEC for extended trading. Now, you can trade a couple hours before the market opens and a couple hours after it closes with the Robinhood app. They want it extended even more. In fact, they want it to be 24 hours a day if they can, like cryptocurrency, so that you can have an edge, which would be utterly chaotic. Now, there's another startup, Robert Cohen's invested in it. It's some investment 24/7 out of the Bermuda, and they want to have 24-hour a day trading as well. And again, don't you want to shut things off? Come on, okay? That's my thinking. So share your thoughts on that. Should trading be 24/7? You know, I think it's nuts, but there's that. Now, Tesla and Elon Musk, okay, can never get out of the news, okay? Elon Musk and Tesla just announced their Tesla semis, the semi-trucks that they're going to have. And again, they show pictures of it. They're coming. It's going to be 2022. You're going to see the semis, and they're being manufactured in a slow capacity, whatever that means. So you're going to have the Tesla semis coming out sometime in 2022, okay? Now, speaking of Elon Musk reached out to some kid who developed an app, and the app tracks Elon's private jet. Think about this. Jets like that have to report to the FAA and file their flight patterns. Well, this guy developed a bot that basically looks for this and shares it on things like Twitter and other places like that, so you can know where Elon's flying whenever the plane leaves. Now, we've seen things like marine traffic. Marine traffic is that app that handles all the cargo ships out there at sea. Kind of cool, and here's what that looks like when you open up the app. But the thing about this is that Elon wants to have this thing removed, and he even sent the kid a message directly saying, hey, can you please close this? Can you please get rid of this? It's a real security risk. Well, again, it is a security risk. To know where some billionaires at any time for kidnapping, for crime, for things like that, yeah, I think it's important that that's kind of, he's protected and lives that way. But again, he sent the kid a message, and again, instead of just having it shut down, he filed this and reached out through Twitter to get a hold of this kid, okay? The kid responded with, sure, I'll have him, if you give me a Model 3, I'll do it. Well, again, Elon should probably give the kid a Model 3 for developing that, or give the kid a job for developing something as amazing as that. So, do you think the kid's sinister? Do you think he's good? I know all the fanboys want to protect Elon, but, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Share your thoughts on this right now. All these kids back here taking pictures and stuff, kind of nice. Just a beautiful spot, man. But again, you got all these houses up here on the hill. And it's funny. No, I wonder if you pulled out a plastic straw, if the lifeguard would write you up. So it's kind of interesting to think about. But we have a thing here in California that the vehicles that are loud, if a cop determines that a vehicle is too loud, they will send you to what they call a state referee. And the state referee determines if your vehicle is above a decibel threshold and is considered too loud. So if you soup up your car and do things with it, it can dramatically affect, your personal life. Now, here's the thing. Somebody buys a car, they got car payments, they use the car to drive to work. The state ref appointments right now, last time I checked, were about 80 days out. So 2.5 months out, and you're not allowed to drive the car during that time. So how fair is that? So again, all the problems California has with homeless and everything else, they're concerned about loud vehicles. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I love this beach. There's so many people out filming right now, engagement photos and stuff for Instagram. It's awesome. I always love hearing from the subscribers, and today we've got notes from 2 Davids and a Dolores. And what I mean by that is David sent me 2 notes. He's here in Southern California. And first things first, their trash company sent them a notice on, hey, sorry we're not doing so well with your property. We have a real driver shortage, and here's all the problems that we're experiencing as a trash company, and we hope that we're going to clean this up, which is ridiculous, guys, okay? There's that. The second thing David sent me was a letter from Toyota of Riverside talking about how desperate they were for used cars and that they will pay top dollar for used cars. And I'll show you the copy of the letter, show you a copy of the ad. But again, guys, take a look at this stuff. If you have a vehicle right now that you can unload, I'm telling you guys, the dealerships are desperate, and they won't be desperate forever. Oh, honey, we'll do that in the summer. You're kidding yourself. Dolores sent me pictures of stores completely cleaned out. I want to show you these. So thank you, Dolores, for sending me that. I really, really appreciate that and the effort that goes into stuff like this. And finally, from the UK, David and Sue, that is. I love stuff like this, okay? When it comes to marketing a business, when I sit down with a client, you try to do things that are different. And my specialty is trying to squeeze money out of what they're doing and try to get more money out of it. Now, David, check this out. They have an e-cigarette company, okay? I don't smoke e-cigarettes, but what this guy drives around in is a hearse, okay? He sent me photos of this showing how dangerous smoking is. And he and Sue got together in 2013 and started this company, and Ciggy Juice, and check it out. I'll leave the link below that you guys can check out. But again, great story, but just innovative marketing. And where this started with David was David sent me a letter from BBC News. And BBC News is saying that the United States economy is roaring back at a record pace. It hasn't seen growth like this in decades. And again, you'd have to be smoking something than e-cigarettes to believe that, because you'd have to be smoking crack to believe that. So our economy is an absolute mess. And even the UK, even people in the UK don't believe that. So again, BBC News is sharing the shenanigans, and it's completely ridiculous. But again, I love the innovation. I love people that do something creative. There's a term, and that is be revolutionary. Revolutionary isn't war. Revolutionary is different. Revolutionary is when you have to fight to do something different that other people aren't doing. Okay, and here's a guy selling a product right now that's an alternative to regular cigarettes. He's not a sponsor, he's nothing like that. He's just a good guy, and he's reached out a few times, and I wanted to acknowledge the business because I love the idea with this. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. All these barren shells. Now, the Walmarts, I didn't want to bore you guys with this aisle's dead, this aisle's dead. It was bad enough that I had to be in 2 Walmarts today. But share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think. And is this going to get fixed anytime soon? Because I do not think it's going to get fixed anytime soon. But we're seeing these problems around the world, and people around the world are not buying that everything's great. So share your thoughts on this stuff. I really want to know. Going to finish this video with these last few stories, and first things first is that the real estate market that's doing so well fell off the cliff again in December of 2021. The actual numbers are in now, and they were down, basing it on lack of inventory, basing it on higher interest rates. Now again, who do you believe? Okay, interest rates weren't bad in December, but people didn't buy houses, okay? So you can sit there and say it's all based on interest rates. It's nonsense, okay? It's slowing down, guys. Second thing is the County of Los Angeles has just released an order that they're going to have a moratorium on evictions through the end of 2022 because of the health crisis. How insane is that? How unfair is that, okay? So no evictions in LA County. Again, the County Board of Supervisors is going to get their brain suit out for this one, because how do you sit there and tell people that they don't have to pay? Those landlords are going to be in bankruptcy court 10 times over. Now the final thing is a bill that was submitted to Congress called America Competes. You haven't heard of it yet? Well, this thing is going to get a lot of people upset, because what America Competes does is it gives Janet Yellen complete and unilateral control to block any crypto transaction that she wants. So it will give her that unilateral control to run her agency and see if crypto should be blocked or banned in any way. People in the crypto space are absolutely flipping out over this, because think about how crazy that is. One person gets to make that decision. So again, everybody's getting their picture taken up here. It's a beautiful day. Share your thoughts on everything. Again, America Competes, guys, and Janet Yellen's in charge. So Grandma's going to determine if you guys can trade crypto or not, and people are going to be furious over this. So please do not forget to hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell notification so you get notified of everything that we're doing. Onward and Upward, guys. You can reach out. We've got an email list below. You've got Patreon. If you'd like to get a hold of me, join the Patreon group and get more access to Dan. And I will see you guys very soon. Onward and Upward, guys.